numbers of voters hitting the polls isn't the only thing making this presidential election unprecedented. The COVID-19 pandemic is changing every aspect of this election. KQ2's Kylie Thomas stopped by several Buchanan County polling locations this morning to witness the new procedures and how voters felt casting their ballot in person during a health crisis.
The 2020 election is an election like no other. Not only are we seeing record-breaking turnout, but the COVID-19 pandemic putting a twist on the biggest Tuesday in November.
I brought my own pen, I brought gloves.
People with their masks, the distancing.
Everything's socially distanced, the tables are far enough apart.
Americans voting in person November 3rd experiencing a historic scene. Voters masked up, 6 feet apart, and heavily sanitized.
This year's definitely different with all the new procedures.
But Buchanan County voters say the new voting process wasn't that big of a deal.
It was easy.
As far as just having to wear a mask and, the safety precautions inside, it hasn't changed anything at all.
And while masks have been politicized, election judges say they've had no issues.
We haven't had any problems with masks. They may grumble a little bit, but they'll put the mask on and then they only have to be here for about 5 minutes and then they can go.
Skipping that election day line at the polls, a big perk of absentee and mail-in voting. A perk in-person voters weren't expecting to get with a record-breaking number of voters this election. But they did.
There wasn't a line. I didn't have to be around too many people. I was expecting to be in a long line, but there wasn't even a line. I went right up to the desk and got my ballot.
I had to wait a little bit, but it wasn't that bad.
As coronavirus surges across the country and Missouri, a red state, NPR says is averaging over 2,500 cases a day, Buchanan County voters say they felt safe voting in person.
I really wasn't that concerned, no.
It felt safe for me today.
Felt very, very comfortable about everything.
Reporting in St. Joseph, Kylie Thomas, KQ2 News.